everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 16th of April 2022. Let's start. As per the World Trade Organization, what is the estimated global trade growth in the 2022 to 23 fiscal year? So the World Trade Organization revised down its forecast for the global trade growth in this fiscal year to 3% from earlier 4.7%. And slash is because of the impact of obviously Russia-Ukraine war. And also the World Trade Organization has warned of a potential food crisis caused by the surging prices. Okay. And also it forecasted that the global trade growth in 2023 would rise again up to 3.4%. Fine. Now coming to the question slide. Which Indian business person was named as the EY Entrepreneur of the Year 2021? So founder and CEO of Nykaa, Falguni Nair, has been named as the EY Entrepreneur of the Year. And A.M. Naik, who's the group chairman of Larsen & Toubro, was felicitated with the Lifetime Achievement Award. So Falguni Nair was also announced as the wealthiest new entrant in the Huron Global Rich List 2022. We have talked about it earlier. And she will now represent India at the EY World Entrepreneur of the Year Award. Okay. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre happened in which year? Actually on 13th of April in the year 1919. The incident of Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place in Punjab. And this year marked the 103 years of this incident. And according to the official figures by the British government, more than 350 people were killed while thousands were severely injured. But as per the Indian National Congress data, over 1,000 people lost their lives in this incident. Okay. Amar Mitra, who was awarded with this year's O. Henry Prize, is an author of which language? So he is the author in Bengali language. When is the International Day of Human Space Flight commemorated every year? It is observed on 12th of April, and we celebrate this day because it commemorates our beginning of space era. Okay. Which oil and gas firm received the prestigious Asian Oil and Gas Award for the COVID Management and New Product of the Year? Answer is Indian Oil Corporation. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approved the distribution of fortified rice across the government scheme by which year? Answer is by 2024. Okay. Next question. Swanidhi Se Samriddhi program is an initiative of which union ministry? So the Union Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs launched the Swanidhi Se Samriddhi program in 126 additional cities across 14 states and union territories. And Swanidhi Se Samriddhi, which is an additional program of Pradhan Mantri Swanidhi, was launched last year in 125 cities under the first phase. And it covers around 35 lakh street vendors and their families. Okay. So this scheme basically aims at providing an affordable working capital loan to the street vendors. Fine. I'm talking about some of the important schemes and initiatives. Which institution announced that the students can pursue 2 full-time academic programs Already I have told you this type of decision can be only taken by UGC. What is the main objective of the AIM program of Niti Aayog? AIM means Atal Innovation Mission. So obviously the aim is to promote innovation. How many programs offered by Indian institutes featured in the QS World University Rankings by subject 2022? Answer is total 35 programs. When was the Namami Gange program launched in India? It was in news and it was launched in the year 2014. Okay. What is the mascot of this program? Chacha Chaudhary, the comic hero. Also, Khelo India University Games is to be held in Bangalore, and this is its second edition. First edition was held at Odisha. And what is the mascot of this game? Veera, which is an elephant. Business Blasters is a flagship program of which Indian state or union territory? Answer is New Delhi. Which NGO collaborated with the Har and Now project to create the WinCubate training program? This is Bhriti. In Hindi you can write it like this. Which Indian bank is launching a green deposit program? Answer is DBS Bank. Okay. Next question. Which Indian armed force sought canister launched anti-armor loiter munitions, that is CAM system? So Indian Army is seeking additional indigenously developed smart loiter munitions that can be employed along western and northern borders. Okay. So these type of munitions are a mix of surface to surface missile and a drone. And the army has projected a requirement of 150 such weapons which are based on the CAM system. Okay. Important thing is you have to remember what is the full form of CAM. It can be asked in your exams. Okay. Now coming to the question slide. Which Indian business person was named as the EY Entrepreneur of the Year 2021? Just I have told you, this is Falguni Nair, who is the CEO of Nykaa. Which Indian city has been recognized as one of the 3 cities of the world in 2022? This city is Hyderabad. Nada Bed Seema Darshan project was inaugurated in which Indian state? It was inaugurated in the state of Gujarat. The Indian Air Force introduced the Fleet Card in collaboration with which public sector unit? So the Fleet Card has been introduced by Indian Air Force in collaboration with Indian Oil Corporation Limited. The new book, The Maverick Effect, narrates the formation of which Indian institution? It talks about the formation of NASSCOM. Can you tell me what is the full form of NASSCOM? Sarhul festival is predominantly celebrated in which Indian state? It is the festival of Jharkhand. Fine. Next question. Which organization procures raw rice from the Indian states? So the Food Corporation of India, that is FCI, has an agreement signed with every state for the procurement of raw rice. And recently the Telangana government has been the center to procure paddy from the state at the minimum support price to aid farmers as well as parboiled rice. So Telangana, which is a DCP, means decentralized procurement state, should supply the raw rice to the central pool as per the FCI. Fine. Coming to the question slide. What type of missile is Helena, which was recently tested by the Defense Research and Development Organization? Helena is a anti-tank guided missile. Which organization flight tested the solid fuel ducted ramjet booster? It has been recently tested by DRDO. Which organization launched the first fully private astronaut mission to the International Space Station? So recently SpaceX has launched the very first fully private astronaut mission to the ISS. Which organization released the Global Wind Report 2022? This report was published by Global Wind Energy Council. Which company has handed over the first set of Gaganyaan hardware to the Indian Space and Research Organization? So recently Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has created the first set of Gaganyaan hardware to the ISRO. Which Indian company has partnered with Canada's largest payment organization, Payments Canada? This is TCS, means Tata Consultancy Services. Okay. Next question. Which country has been hit by tropical storm Maggie? So Philippines has recently been hit by tropical storm Maggie, and the death toll from landslides and floods after the storm rose to 58. So over 1 lakh people in southern and eastern Philippine islands have been affected by the storm, and villages around Bay City in the central Leyte province are worst hit by this storm. Okay. Now let's see some of the important cyclones and storms that were in news. Cyclone Asani, which was seen in the news recently, has hit which state or union territory of India? So it hit the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And talking about Andaman and Nicobar, do remember that an earthquake with a magnitude of 4.9 on the Richter scale hit the Campbell Bay in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands as per the National Center for Seismology. Okay. And talking about National Center for Seismology, it is the nodal agency of the Government of India for monitoring the earthquake activities in the country. Which country has been hit by cyclone Imnati? Recently, Madagascar was hit by this cyclone. Cyclone Batsirai has recently hit which country? Actually, these two cyclones hit Madagascar in just 15 days. So correct answer is Madagascar again. What is the name of the cyclone that hit Oman and it is an offspring of cyclone Gulab? Answer is Shaheen. Yesterday we have talked about Shaheen 3 missile, if you remember, and this is a missile from the country Pakistan. Which country has given the name Yas to the cyclone in the Bay of Bengal? So the term Yas has been given by the country Oman. Which country has coined the name Tokte for the cyclone in the Arabian Sea? Two things are important. Tokte belong to Arabian Sea, means it rises from Arabian Sea, and Yas arose from Bay of Bengal. Okay, and the name Tokte was given by the country Myanmar. What is the name of the tropical cyclone that has made the landfalls in the Western Australia? Answer is Seroja. Okay. Next question. Asian Development Bank signed an agreement with India to offer $2 million for urban development project in which particular state? So the ADB signed an agreement with the Government of India to offer the $2 million project readiness financing loan for designing climate resilient urban infrastructure there in Nagaland. And this agreement aims to strengthen the institutional capacity and improve the municipal resource mobilization in the state of Nagaland. Fine. Now let's see some of the important MOUs. India signed a new space situational awareness arrangement with which country? So this has been signed by India in collaboration with USA. India signed a memorandum of understanding with which country to set up the Maritime Rescue Coordination Center? So this center would be built in Moscow, and for this purpose India has signed this agreement with Sri Lanka. Which country recently signed Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act into law? Answer is USA. Assam recently signed MOU with which state to resolve the differences in the state border? Answer is Meghalaya. Ministry of Defence signed a contract worth 887 crore rupees with which organization for delivery of 2 multi-purpose vessels? It is Larsen and Toubro. Which nation has just signed a memorandum of understanding with India in the field of science and technology? This country is Oman. Right? Next question. Which is the venue of the National Conference on Cooperation Policy? So the National Conference on Cooperation Policy was recently organized in New Delhi, and Minister of Home Affairs and Cooperation, Mr. Amit Shah, addressed this conference. So he has stressed the need for a new cooperative policy in the country, and not only this, also he has announced that the center will come up with a new policy which will address the issue of primary agricultural credit society to apex the cooperative federation. Fine. Coming to the question slide. Which is the venue of the Indian Ocean Naval Symposium Madden Maritime Exercise 2022? So the venue for this event is Goa. Which is the venue of Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Festival? It was recently hosted at New Delhi. Which is the venue of the Council of the Foreign Ministers meeting of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation? Answer is Islamabad, from the country Pakistan. Which is the venue of India Global Forum event in 2022? Answer is Bangalore. Which is the venue of the 2022 ICC Women's Cricket World Cup? So the venue for this World Cup is New Zealand. And who was the winner? Australia. And Australia has defeated the country England. Which is the venue of the Swachhagra event jointly organized by Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Jal Shakti and Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs? So this was hosted at New Delhi, and this event was jointly organized by all these three ministries. Okay. Next question. Which Indian city has been recognized as one of the 3 cities of the world in 2022? So for the second consecutive year, Hyderabad has been recognized as one of the 3 cities of the world, and it is a tag presented by Arbor Day Foundation and Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations. Okay, so over 3.5 crore trees have been planted over the last 2 years according to the certification of recognition given to the city. Now let's see some of the important questions. Which city is the host of Waterways Conclave 2022? Answer is Dibrugarh. Can you tell me Dibrugarh lies in which Indian state? Which city is the host of the 4th India-US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue? The host for this event is Washington, D.C. In which city was India's first steel waste road built? So India's very first steel waste road would be built in Surat. In which city was the Decentralized Waste Management Technology Park recently inaugurated? Answer is East Delhi. Bucha, which was seen in the news, is a city located in which country? We have talked about Bucha earlier. You would have heard about the Bucha massacre, and answer is Ukraine. Which Indian city is to be covered with artificial intelligence based cameras as part of the road safety project? This city is Kozhikode, which lies in Kerala. Okay. Next question. Indian Army marks the Siachen Day on 13th of April every year to commemorate which operation? So Indian Army marks the Siachen Day on 13th of April every year to commemorate the courage of the Indian Army under Operation Meghdoot. So in the year 1984, the Indian Army gained control over the dominating heights on the main passes of the Saltoro, Ridge, Ciala and Belafont La. So the Siachen Glacier is the highest battleground on the earth, while both India and Pakistan maintain the permanent military presence in this region. Fine. Now let's see some of the important days. National Safe Motherhood Day is celebrated in India on 11th of April, which is the birth anniversary of which important personality? Answer is wife of Mahatma Gandhi, Kasturba Gandhi. International Day of Reflection on 1994 Genocide against the Tutsi in which country is observed on 7th of April by the United Nations? This country is Rwanda. We have covered all these news in detailed manner. If anybody wants to cover it thoroughly, you can refer to our previous lecture. When is the International Day of Conscience observed? It is observed on 5th of April. When is the International Day for Mine Awareness observed annually? Answer is 4th of April. What is the theme of the World Autism Awareness Day 2022? You have to tell me when do we observe this day, and this year theme was inclusion in the workplace. Okay. Next question. Zero COVID policy, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which country? So amid the growing global criticism over its zero COVID policy, China has defended its strict coronavirus measures that have resulted in hardship in several Chinese cities. So the global financial hub Shanghai is claimed to be the worst hit by the strict measures. And earlier, the European Union Chamber of Commerce in China said that COVID lockdowns have caused significant disruptions for many companies. Okay. Coming to the question slide, which is the first state or union territory to include e-cycles in its electric vehicle policy? Very easy answer. Answer is New Delhi. Which state government formed a panel to frame the state education policy? This is to be framed by Tamil Nadu. Which union ministry is associated with the foreign trade policy of India? Answer is Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Which state has approved the renewable energy policy? This is the state Karnataka. What is the name of Star Health and Allied Insurance Company Limited's comprehensive health insurance policy aimed specifically at providing health security to women? So the name of this is Star Women Care Insurance. Okay. Which institution has inaugurated AquaMap Water Management and Policy Center? This is IIT Madras. Fine. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.